everyone. Happy Monday to you all. I have got something so exciting for you. I have been watching these videos. Oh my gosh. For about a week now, but this weekend I really studied it, practiced it. Cannot wait to show you this technique. So this is that new alcohol ink blended look that people have been getting for their cards. And I'm going to show you the best way to do that. Okay. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Kristina Reese. This is Creating with Kristina. And I come live Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday here on my Facebook page. And I just love helping card makers by sharing art design tips on my card tutorial. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to switch over. Let me see how, here we go. We're going to switch that. There we go. Move that, move that. There we go. Before we really get started though, these are all the supplies you need. I just want to remind you that I have two card classes right now. I've got the Sweet Strawberry and the Turtle Friends. And I'm offering a free stamp set with that. Hey, good morning, Kim and Jeanette and my other Kim. I got two Kims here this morning. That is awesome. Okay, so this is the ink blended technique that everybody's been doing. And the trick is this kind of alcohol. Now, they really say you should try to find 99%, but I found this 98 at a beauty supply place, and it's called nail cleaner. So not nail polish remover. No. That's acetone. This is isopropyl alcohol, but it's 98%. Okay. And that is what you need. The 70% that you get in the grocery stores, the rubbing alcohol, it just doesn't work as well because it's got too much water in it. But you can find the 99%. People use it, like I said, for cleaning nail beds, but also for cleaning adhesive off of surfaces and things like that. So you can find it. You just got to make sure you're looking at the label. All right. So we need this kind of alcohol. Then we need some way to get the alcohol on the surface. And so I've got two different ways. You've got the little glass measuring thing here with a paintbrush, or you could even use a spritzer. So I took the water out of my spritzer and I put alcohol in my spritzer. So I'm going to show you that. Then, of course, you need alcohol coloring pens. All right. These are our Stampin' Up! Stampin' Blends. And you want the dark ones. Okay. You want as dark as you can get in the color family that you want. So I wanted pink and orange. So I have the pumpkin pie and the polished pink, both of them the dark. The light just completely disappears. I've tried them. I tried to do the dark polished pink and the light polished pink, and you couldn't even see the light polished pink. It just disappeared because it was too light. All right. Then you need, this is the other big thing, is you've got to have vellum. Okay. It won't work on paper. Won't work on paper. Vellum. You got to have vellum. All right. And so I have this piece of vellum and I have my surface protected. And this is just an old clipboard that I use. You can go to an art supply store and get an art board, but that's silly when you can get a 99-cent clipboard that does the exact same thing. And I'm just kind of securing it. I don't really mind if the ink gets up in there so much as I just don't want the vellum moving around all over the place. All right. Happy Monday, everyone. Hello, Debbie and Janet and Stephanie. How are you guys? Happy Monday. Okay, so I've got that. Now, the next thing to do is to take your colors, and I'm using the brush tip ends, and it really doesn't matter which end. It's just you get a lot more coverage with the brush tip. And I'm going to go in here with my pink, and I'm just going to get a lot of pink on there, and I'm just doing random splotches of pink, and then I'm going to go in between my pink with some orange, and I don't really want that much orange. I want more pink, so I'm going to do that. All right, and then I'm going to come in here with the orange, and you don't have to have them touch. You can if you want, but when you get this alcohol on here, all this ink is just going to start blending and spreading all over the place. Okay, so there we go. Let's get some more down here. All right, that looks good. All right, now I have my spritzer filled with alcohol. And like I said, remember, this has to be at least, this is 98% and it works fine, but they really do recommend 99 if you can find it. That just means there's hardly any water in it at all, okay? The 70 just won't work because that's too much water. Here we go. You ready? Spritz, spritz. And I'm just covering it with alcohol. Now, I want you all to see what it's already doing. It is breaking up the ink and putting it in like little spots. Okay, now the alcohol isn't dried, but I'm going to take my breath. I'm going to blow it around. Cool, huh? Now, some people use a straw, but my breath works just fine. The thing is, alcohol dries really fast. It didn't even get there. Okay, so we need some more alcohol. Here we go. Let's get some more on there. Let's do some more breathing. There we go. Cool, huh? All right, I like that. That looks awesome. Now, it's not quite dry all the way, but it looks pretty good. Now, if you want it even more blended, put more alcohol on there, okay? If you are, if you get a lot on there, you can make the alcohol run around and like bleed like that. See how it's just like falling? Okay, but I don't really want... There we go. That looks good. All right, that's enough blowing. Let's dry it up. Now, you can let it just sit here for a minute. It is alcohol and it will evaporate fairly quickly, or you can just get your heat tool out. And you don't need it very high, and you definitely don't want to get very close because the vellum will warp. So you don't, it's not the heat that you really need, it's just air. A blow dryer would probably work better. It's not as hot and it has air. But that's all you need to get alcohol evaporated is air. Okay. And almost there. Come on. Almost. Come on. So that's all there is to this technique is alcohol markers, 99%, 98% alcohol, some way to apply the alcohol. Okay, for some reason that is just not, I guess that's the color there. Yeah, because it's dry. All right. But there's one more thing I want to show you that you can do, and that is make like dots, kind of make it like a bokeh, okay? So this looks really cool the way it is, I think. But watch this. Now, I'm going to take the shot glass and just pour a wee bit. You do not need very much at all, okay? Get your paintbrush, okay, kind of rub it off. Now, tap it. Come on. It's not tapping. Maybe I rubbed too much off. Come on. Ah. All right. There we go. I'm dropping it on there now. Now watch it. This is so cool. The alcohol just moves the ink. The ink doesn't go anywhere. It's just the alcohol's doing it. Now watch that. And then we want that to disappear. Okay? So it just made some cool dots on there. Let me dry those real quick before they go everywhere else. I don't want the ink to really spread too much. I just wanted to get that kind of dot look. Okay, that ink is really wanting to move around. So we'll just move it over there. There we go. Okay, that's it. That's enough fun for this one. But you all, this is so cool. Do it with different colors. Try different ways to move the ink, whether with a straw, or with your breath, or moving the board around, however you want to do it. And you make this really cool background. Now, with this background, let's make a card. And the best way to make this stuff show up, okay, there's still a little bit of moisture right there, okay. Yeah, it's dry now. Now watch the difference here. So it was on this brown, okay, the brown board. And you can see the color's pretty good. But now watch when I put it on white. It just brightens it up. Isn't that cool? I just love this technique. I'm so excited. All right, so we want this to stay on the paper. The problem is with vellum, you can see where you've put the adhesive. And we don't want to see the adhesive, but we do want to adhere it to this white. So I'm just putting a strip of adhesive on one end and on the other, okay? And I'm going to center this piece right here on this white-based card, okay? As best I can. It's a little crooked, but that's okay, because what I've done is I have taken 2 pieces of cardstock here, and I've taken our layering framelits, the scalloped rectangles, the new ones that come with colors and contour. And I cut out the polished pink with the larger scalloped rectangle. And let me get some adhesive on the back of this. So I'm going to move this board out of the way. Okay, there we go. Now I can work better. And here, whoops, actually go to my surface there. And of course then I pulled the tape up too far. Okay, there we go. Oh. There we go. Okay, and now I'm going to put this, and this is 1/8 of an inch centered. Okay. There we go. So in other words, it's cut at, so my card base is 8.5 by 5.5 folded in half, so it's 4 1/4. This polished pink is 4 inches, and then this white one is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. And this will cover up this little piece here, but it'll let the pink show through. And once again, it is at just 1/8 all the way around. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? And let me pull it up so you can see it closer. Cool, huh? Isn't that pretty? All right, now that I've made this beautiful base, I wanted to, of course, decorate it with stamps and all that fun stuff. And I'm going to pull out, dun, da, 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 this brand new Prince and Princess host only stamp. In other words, this is an exclusive stamp just for hosts. And you are a host if your order is 150 or more. And I am offering it for you for free if you purchase both card kits, option ones. That means you're ordering both stamps and punches and all of the supplies to make both card kits. All the information is on my blog right here. Here we go. Ooh, move my finger down. There we go. Creating with Kristina. Isn't that cool? .com. Okay, that's where you get the information for my classes. Here we go. Look at this just adorable swan. I gotta pull it up so you can see her pretty. She's so pretty. And I just used the light, no, not the pink, but the, oh, gosh, what is it? Pale papaya, the light pale papaya to just shadow it a little in there, okay? And then I have, so we're gonna put her right there. Isn't she beautiful? And I'm gonna put her up on dimensionals. So let me get some dimensionals out. And 1 and 2 and 1 on her head. There we go. And have you all seen this trick for catching the dimensional backings? You need a piercing tool and you just pierce it and pull, pierce it and pull, pierce it and pull, and all the dimensional backs stick to your, it's not a pokey tool, it is a piercing tool. Heavens to Betsy, my brain this morning. Could not remember. Okay, and she has, you can see how she's oriented. Okay, and I'm just going to put her right there. Okay, there's her head and her body. Now, these roses, let me pull the stamp set out again too. We have these beautiful roses, and I colored and cut those out. And we are going to lay those right there. So she's sitting in a beautiful nest of roses, or she's swimming past a rose bush, however you want to look at that. I'm just going to put a wee bit of adhesive here to stick to her body. I don't need dimensionals. The swan is already up on dimensionals. Okay, let me see where some of the adhesive kind of went through. There we go. And there we go, just like that. And then I took this sentiment, it's your day. And of course that can be a wedding, it could be a birthday, it could be a congratulations, it could even be, you know, the birth of a new baby. It could be anything. It's your day. Whatever your person you're sending your card to's celebration. Okay, it's your day. It's a little long. I want to trim it some, so let me get my snips here. And this is just a 1/2 inch strip. And then I just took my banner punch and punched that there. And we're just going to put that right there. But we are going to put it up on dimensionals. And I'm going to use the mini dimensionals. Well, no, I'll use the bigger ones because they cover more. Yeah, they fit fine on there. But I am going to use 2. There we go. That should work. And then just pull off those tops. And with all that beauty, I think we need some bling, don't you? Woo! So pretty. So I'm going to get out my in-color jewels, and these are finally back in stock. Oh my gosh, they were gone forever. And I had 2 people who ordered the full paper share, and I sent you your jewels finally. So if you are watching for those, they're coming in the mail. If you don't see them in a little bit, be sure to let me know. So I'm going to put just a large one and a small one right there. Isn't that pretty? Let's put a couple on the roses here. Yeah, do this one. Actually, I'm not going to actually put them in the center of the roses. Kind of put them on the sides of the roses so that the roses just have a little sparkle. Okay, there we go. There. Isn't that beautiful? So pretty. Yeah. I hope you all liked this card and you all try this technique. Like I said, I got this nail cleaner at a beauty supply store, 99 or 98%. Michelle says she likes the term pokey tool. I just couldn't remember to save my life for a minute. But anyways, if you do create a card with the vellum and the alcohol inks, please post it on the website the Facebook page so we all can see your creation. That's what this is all about, giving everybody ideas and inspiration to create beautiful cards to send to our family and friends to cheer up their day. Okay, I hope you all like this, and I will see you back Wednesday for next card challenge. And we have had lots of entries for this past one this week. So if you have not entered the card challenge, check it out. It's at the top of the page, pinned post at the top of the Facebook page, Creating with Kristina. And also don't forget my card class kits today is the last day. Today is the last day to get this stamp set for free if you order both of the card kit option ones. All right. Bye-bye, you guys.